Hello everyone, this is SD Parmar and you all are welcome to Clara classes. Here you can get class 9 to 12 all the lectures in a video form, as well as also you can download Clara classes app from Google Play Store. I am SD Parmar and I will conduct over here class 11 and class 12 biology lectures, and today we will start with class 12 chapter number 1, reproduction in organisms. Reproduction. So first of all, what is the meaning of reproduction? Reproduction is a specific event which living organism conduct throughout its lifespan. Class 11 chapter number 1, living world, you people had already studied about the events and expressions of the living organism, and over there actually just now I had uploaded that video. In that also I had explained about the different kind of expressions and event which is organized by living organism throughout their lifespan. So reproduction is a specific unique character of any living organism. Each and every living organism, they have their desire to continue their generation. So reproduction is a specific event for the continuity of the generations, and when this continuation is in progress, there is some resemblance between the organisms who are already parental cell and the newly developing cell. Means we can say that there is a characteristics similarities between parent cell, means pre-existing cell, and newly developing cell, means the progenies. Means as we know that all the organisms, they transfer their characteristics to their children, and these characteristics, that is only why the children are also getting from their parents. So there will be definitely some similarities as well as some dissimilarities also there, because all the organisms, they do not carry all the expressions from their parents. They also exhibit their own some expressions by themselves during their life. So they are the acquired characters, but many of the characters they take from their parents, not only one parent only, from the both parents, means mother cell and the father cell. But here, before talking about that topic, we must clear one doubt also, that if the reproduction is going on, that means there is some specific manner of reproduction. And we know that in biology we have been studying that there are two different techniques for the reproduction. One is asexual reproduction and the second is sexual reproduction. So in this chapter we need to clear both the concept, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. We know that on the earth right now so many different kind of communities are existing. Throughout all this community, everybody is having this continuation of the generation by the different ways. Like if we talk about the microorganism, they continue their generations via cell division only, which is a very simple process and a very quick process also. Means microorganism or unicellular, the organisms who are made up of a one cell only, they just undergo through the cell division and they multiply in number. See, it's a very unique thing. Like organism is dividing its cell into two different cells. Cell division is getting to be processed in an organism's life, and due to the cell division, the cell is also getting multiplied in number. Means one cell, if it is dividing, then two new daughter cell will be formed. Means that is multiplication of a cell. This thing is seen only in the unicellular organism where complexity is less, or we can say that rare complexity or complexity is not there. But we all, like complex organism, human beings and plants, higher plants, angiosperms, like second chapter is about that only, the reproduction of the angiosperm, and third chapter is the reproduction of human being. Because right now on the earth what organisms are existing, in them two main categories are plants and animals only. So we need to clear all the concepts about this all organisms. So here what we are talking about, the reproduction in the organism. So first we need to learn the manner, the pattern of reproduction. As I told you that reproduction is the continuation of the generation. But why does organism need to continue his generation? Why it wants to produce new organism who is its own copy? And if this copy is getting formed, then that is also one specific name which is given to the copy of this organism, which is called the clone. Clone is a specific word which is used for the copy of the organism. Means when one cell, it is giving rise to new cell, not only cell. My concern concept is about the organism, the new body. When a parent is producing their baby, the baby would be having some similarities just like the parents, and some other characters the baby will be acquiring by himself only. This is the progeny. So this progeny is nothing else but it is the clone of a parent, and he is now continuing the generation of that parent. So that is why reproduction is a basic concept of the continuation of the generation, but as well as it is also responsible for the evolution. If millions of years ago microorganism had not done any kind of adaptations into their life or their biological cycles, or if I say that the pattern of their reproduction, then definitely till today this kind of complex organism would not come in existence. So first we will clear our concept about the pattern of the reproduction. So we will start with reproduction in organism, and this is my humble request to please like, share and subscribe this video. So let us start directly with the types of reproduction. The manner of reproduction could be of two types, either asexual or sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is special characters for the unicellular organisms only, means the organism who are made up of a single cell, where complexity is not there. Multicellular organisms undergo through sexual reproduction. The another name for sexual reproduction is syngamy. We call it also syngamy, sexual reproduction, which is the characteristics of a multicellular organisms. Now first we will continue with the detailed idea about asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, as I told you, that it is the process which happens only in the unicellular organism. So both the kind of reproduction, whether it is asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction, there are some advantages and disadvantages for both the manners. So first let us discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of asexual reproduction. What are the advantages? Just a minute. Advantages of asexual reproduction. So the first advantage of this reproduction is a very easy process, no investment of time and energy. Investment here you people consider no time and energy investment, and less or no complicated. Whether with these advantages, there are some disadvantages also there of this system. So what are the disadvantages? So as we know that for taking place of syngamy, means sexual reproduction, it is very much compulsory the presence of two gametes, male gamete and female gamete. But as we know that asexual reproduction means the organisms who are made up of single cell, definitely there would be no differentiation between male and female gamete. So this kind of reproduction, if there is only one cell, okay, here one more advantage is there, that there is no necessity for involvement of two gametes. It's not needed, both the gametes, okay. But the disadvantages is dependent on this characteristics only, because only one gamete is there. So variation would be no variation. All the organisms who are getting to be produced, they all would be of the same characteristics, same criteria only will be there. So no chances for evolution. due to presence of only one cell, there would be variation which would not be happening for the evolutionary stages. So due to the presence of only one gamete, there is no chances for evolution. The disadvantage is also there no adaptation requirements are shared or progressed by the organism for survival, because all of them would be having the same characters only, so there is no need to do any kind of adaptation changes for survival. The advantage is also there no mutation, so definitely no genetic disease. This is all about the advantages and disadvantages of asexual reproduction. Now, the types of asexual reproduction. Fission. The fission could be of two types: binary fission or multiple fission. Budding, or vegetative propagation. Okay, so these are the asexual reproduction, the patterns of asexual reproduction. All the organisms would be unicellular only here who will continue the asexual reproduction. Binary fission means the cell is getting divided into two cells, binary. Okay, so that is the binary fission. Multiple fission, if suppose this is a fungal hypha, mycelium, and multiple fission is occurring, so whatever the myceliums are, as much as fragments will be there, those much new organisms would be produced. This thing could be seen in fungi. Fungi is unicellular but multinucleated organism. It is eukaryotic, not prokaryotic. That is also one considerable concept over here. This is the example of amoeba. Budding, we all know, a very common example of budding is hydra. One small bird attached on its own body. When this bird would be detached from the parental hydral body, it would be developing into new hydral organism. So that is the budding, means asexual kind of reproduction which is present in hydra. Vegetative propagation, most probably the plant species, but not the higher plants. The plants undergo through vegetative propagation, like plant kingdom are the thallophytes, bryophytes, pteridophytes, angiosperm and gymnosperm, in which gymnosperm and angiosperms are the higher plants. Angiosperms undergo through the sexual reproduction, which is the all about chapter 2 is flowering plant reproduction, that is angiosperm only. So rather than the higher plants, other plants, they undergo through the vegetative propagation, and there are so many examples for that, like stolons, suckers, runners and all. So that we will see. Before doing all these things, one more thing I forgot to tell you, that is about the lifespan. If the living organism is having these characteristics of reproduction, so in the introduction I talked with you about the clone. Clone means copy. If the organism who is copying or transferring its characteristics into its future progeny, its generation, that is the clone. So this lifespan and clone. Now we know that we people are living in a biodiversity environment, so different kind of organisms are there, and all the different organisms are having different kind of lifespan. That here we will discuss, like some organism examples if we take. So that tortoise are having lifespan is or about 140 years. Around 140 years at least the tortoise could be living, so that is the lifespan. Whether butterfly, some of the examples I am giving you, its lifespan is only 1 to 2 weeks only. Then dogs, maximum 15 to 20 years, or we can take 22 years. Elephants 50 to 70 years. Human being also, we people are around 70 years. So these are the different kind of the lifespan of a different organism, because everybody is having the different kind of characteristics, the mode of nutrition, the metabolic activities, the reproductive activities, everything is different for each and every organism. So based on these all characters, the lifespan will be also different. Now the next thing we will discuss, it is the vegetative propagation. In detail we will go.